Okay, so you're in debt. Whether you went haywire, excessive on your credit cards, or things came up and went totally out of control, like you lost your job, or you have unexpected medical bills, something of that nature.
Just completely got away from me.
You are now scrambling for solutions, and you want to know, how does debt consolidations work?
Will that work for me?
Well, that is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. But before I get into that, if you're new, welcome. My name is Tamisha Holman, and I am a financial coach and the owner of the Own the Life of Your Dreams YouTube channel. And my goal is to help liberate you from the financial chains that have you bound. So if you're interested in that information, then make sure you stick with me by subscribing to my channel and joining me on this journey. So, what is debt consolidation loans anyway?
Yeah, well, what is it then?
Basically, what debt consolidation loans are is you are borrowing money, new money, for paying off old debts.
Well, that seems simple enough.
Okay, so you do not lower your debt at all with debt consolidation loans. So basically, there is no money savings. So if you're looking for a way to get your debts lowered, then this is not for you. But if you're looking for a better way to help pay your debts, then this may be a good option for you.
I understand that.
So, what are the benefits? Well, if you have decent credit, first of all, they take all of your debts and put it into one monthly payment, which makes it so much easier for you because you're not paying a whole lot of different people for the same amount of money, or preferably less. You can pay everyone and be done, one and done, okay? So if you qualify for a lower interest rate, that will also lower your monthly payment. Who doesn't want that? Because a lower monthly payment means that you get to keep more cash in your pockets.
Thank God.
Also, if you lower your interest rate and make the same payments you were making originally, you also have a shorter time to pay, because basically you aren't paying all that extra interest that the companies are charging you to pay for their loans. So that also saves you not only time, but money. How awesome is that? Okay. And the last thing, which I think is an awesome trait of debt consolidation loans, it also has a minimum impact on your credit score. And better than that, it can potentially raise your credit score. How is that, you ask? Well, because simply you are showing the creditors that you can handle your money. You can handle credit, you can handle debt. And so you're putting all of your debts into one, you're making consistent monthly payments on it, and it makes the creditors feel good. So that means that they will bump up your credit score and essentially give you more debt to get into. Not necessarily a great thing, but it helps in the long run, okay? So what are the risks to actually getting debt consolidation loans? Because, there must be risks, right? First of all, there are debt consolidation loan fees. The fees can range from 0.99% all the way up to 6%. So you must know what you're getting when you're going into it. So they are going to charge you a fee for putting all of those loans together. That's just how the banks roll, okay? Also, they could do a variable or a balloon interest rate. And if you aren't familiar with the housing crash in 2005, that is basically what happened. They gave a whole bunch of people loans and they told them, yes, your interest rate is going to start off at 2%, and they were all happy. Yay, 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 I can afford a house. And then 5 years later, boom, the floor dropped out and their interest rate jumped up to like 10, 15, 20%. And what happened? They could no longer afford their houses, and all the houses foreclosed. And who is happy with that in that outcome? Nobody. Okay, the banks suffered, the people suffered. It was a mess. All right, and that can potentially happen with debt consolidation loans as well. So you must ask your loan provider if their fees could potentially go up over time. If there is a potential that their fees will start off low and then get higher over the course of the loan or change in between the loan. You need to know that information. That is very vital and important to making sure that you can pay your loan over the long haul and not go into more financial constraints just because the bank went up on you, okay? So make sure you do your homework with that. Also, number 2 is you may actually need a cosigner if you got that suspect credit, the credit where it's not exactly good, in between. You may need a cosigner. And it's all well and fine when everybody's paying their bills. Believe me, trust me, from experience, being a cosigner and having a person default on their loan is no fun, because then you're kind of like Stewie trying to find out where your money is.
Where's my money? Where's my money?
All right. Not a good look, not a good feeling. All right. So that is something you need to think about when you're bringing another person into your financial space. Number 3, you may need collateral. So they may say, okay, we'll give you this loan if you put a lien on your house or your car, meaning that if for some reason you happen to not pay on your loan for a while, they will take your house and they will take your car. And nobody wants to be homeless and nobody wants to be carless. So make sure that you do the homework on that as well. Number 4, you can also get a lower payment on your loan, but the problem is if you have suspect credit, they can stretch out how long you pay it. So instead of paying it for 2 years, 3 years, they can make you pay it for 6 or 7 years. And not only are you adding interest to it, which means over the long haul, you're paying a whole heck of a lot of money to the bank that you did not borrow, but you're also not a mind reader, right? You don't know the future. You're not a fortune teller. You don't know what's going to happen to your life 6 or 7 years down the road. You could get a nice, better job, or your life could suck, right? You could end up with medical bills. You could end up with a car accident and you can't go to work. You don't know what's going to happen. So do you really want to pay a loan off for 7 years? It's not wise. My advice is to get the lower monthly payment, or if you get a higher monthly payment, pay more than that actual payment so you're paying it off sooner. Okay. And also number 5 is if there's no habit change, you are going to fall into the same exact cycle that got you into it. So basically, if you decide that, yay, I got this nice lower monthly payment, now I can fly to spend all this money and floss and buy things that I can't afford, you're going to end up with a much bigger debt than what you started off with.
I'm broke.
Only because you did not change your habits. So not only do you need help financially, you need help with setting your mind and getting your mindset so you can make sure that you do not fall into the same trap that got you there. All right, so that's basically how debt consolidation works. So the question is it for you? Well, that's a topic for another video. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it was of value to you, and I hope it was something that can help you in your everyday life and something practical to help you on your financial journey. If you want to know more information about debt or financial freedom, make sure that you check out this video that's floating above my head. So until next time, make sure you do everything to live free. Bye now.